What is good, everyone? This is your host, Deanna Kuempel with Label Free Podcast. Live your best life. You must live label free. I'm super pumped. The world is coming back to life. We are here again at Birch Road Social Club here in Lincoln Park, Chicago, Illinois. I've got a very special guest. Her name is Krystal Zellmer. She is the co-owner and VP of a leadership and character development company, Klemmer Seminars. And I just have to tell you, I've had some experience with this organization, and it is incredibly moving. They do powerful work. Krystal is amazing. Krystal, thank you for coming in person to do this with me today. I'm so excited to have you here. Can you please introduce yourself to the audience and tell them a little bit about your background?
I absolutely can. I'm honored to be here. I love your work. I love your podcast, and I'm excited to be a part of it. Like Deanna said, I am a leadership facilitator. So what I do and what our company does is we do 3-day experiential trainings that are designed around games and exercises for you to discover your subconscious belief systems and have revelation so that you can create a large amount of change in a short period of time in your life. That's what we do.
Yes, and it is very powerful. It can be very emotional and very moving. So we're going to kind of dig a little bit deeper into that. So you guys have been around for a long time, for 25 years,
Yep,
right?
over 25 years in the industry.
And what is your connection to Clemmer?
Totally. So we like to say that we were doing leadership before it was cool. Like now it's a buzzword, and 25 years ago it wasn't exactly a buzzword. My connection to the company is my father, actually, Brian Clemmer, started Klemmer Seminars over 25 years ago, and he actually just had his birthday on March 30th, and he passed about 10 years ago on April 7th, and after he passed, the company was in turmoil, figuring out what's next. My mom took it over for a while to keep it afloat, and my now business partner and I, Kimberly Zink, we stepped up and we said, this legacy will not die, and we're going to figure it out. And we had no business figuring it out, as I'm sure any good entrepreneur knows this story.
Yes.
Like, you get to start way before you're ready or prepared.
Yeah.
And but he left us, Brian Clemmer left us, my dad, left us a 500-year plan. And
that's amazing.
We get to walk that out. So
that's amazing. And not too many people have a 500-year plan. I don't even have a year plan, a tomorrow plan, or a next month plan. I have a today plan. That's it.
This podcast is too important. You got to get a year plan.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're going to work on that. We're going to work on that.
But check back in on me.
We're connected now. Okay. You're part of the podcast, the Label Free Podcast family. So yeah, we're going to have we're all connected.
I love
That is very cool though. So when I did the weekend course. And so can you zoom in on that? So this is, I did the personal mastery course seminar, actually for my Aunt Lisa, who I love, adore. She has been she's been kind of like my inspiration my whole entire life. She invited me to this, and it was a very great timing for me. And I've been struggling with a lot of different things. I think we all do. And I think once we are able to be honest with ourselves on what we're struggling with, that's where the growth happens, that's where the change happens. And you have to be courageous enough to step into that, into that reality, into that truth, because and this is some heavy stuff, but that's what we talk about here, is how to get past those labels and those hurdles or anything that's restricting us, and so this was an awesome experience for me, and I was just like, I want to do all of them. I want to do all of the weeks, the weekends. I want to do them all. I'll get there eventually.
Yes, you will.
But this was incredibly moving for me. I had some emotional breakthroughs during that time, and during that weekend course. And let's talk about how the many different courses that you have. I don't want to jump way too into it first. Let's focus more on what the structure of Clemmer.
Yeah. So we're a live events business. You can only imagine how that went in 2020. And I am really proud of how we pivoted, and we are still committed to live events.
Yeah.
So we're mostly structured in that. We have some online trainings that can support people, and I would always encourage people to be in a live room when it's possible.
Oh, yeah.
And our first course is called Personal Mastery. It is a 3-day experiential training. That is what makes us different. We don't speak at you. It's not a lecture-based thing. We put you in exercises so that you get to see yourself in action. That's what creates a large amount of change in a short period of time. So personal mastery is all about revelation. It's all about becoming aware of things you were not aware of before. And there's many different types of revelations you can have, and you will have tons of different opportunities to have revelations in that room. We'll talk about it in a little bit. Structurally, as it goes up, once you graduate personal mastery, you have the opportunity, if you choose to, if you want to, go to the advanced leadership course. That's a 5-day training that's designed for breakthrough. If you are somebody who's felt like you've come up against the same label or the same wall over and over and over again, sometimes you can identify it, but it takes a next step to have that breakthrough. And that's the advanced leadership. It's designed for breakthrough. You will experience yourself different after that course than you ever have before. After the advanced course, we offer Heart of the Samurai. We have a compassionate samurai. I could go into a whole thing on that. But
I think you kind of can understand what that's all about.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people are missing that piece, especially this day and age.
Yeah.
But you can tell a little bit about it.
a little bit, compassionate samurai, yeah. It sounds like an oxymoron, and really it's designed, how do you get things done on the planet? How do you be a warrior in a world that needs that kind of strength, and at the same time bring compassion and empathy and a heart of contribution. So Heart of the Samurai is all about purpose and significance. It's a 6-day training, and it's all designed around purpose and significance. It sounds like this label-free podcast is so in alignment with finding your purpose and living in that, and that's what that course is designed to do. And the last course is called Samurai Camp. And Samurai Camp is 2 weekends laid out over the course of 3 months, 2 breakthrough weekends and 3 months in between. And it is designed for goal setting and achievement. So if you've ever set a goal and you said you were going to do something and later on you changed your mind, Samurai Camp is the place to come and play full out and get what it is you say
whip me into shape.
you
No,
want.
I have no idea. I'm just saying. You don't want to come to my camp because I'd be like,
Yeah, Samurai Camp is all about it's breakthrough, and it's putting the tools that you learn in the first 3 levels into action and getting what it is you say you want, lifestyle and daily habits. So that's the basics of the training. We have multiple other trainings. We certify life coaches and everything in between. Those are the basic foundational trainings that we offer.
I love that, and I think those are very valuable seminars for anyone that's looking to that feels lost, maybe stuck, trying to find their path. Something that has been a very common theme around a lot of my guests lately is that they have broken out of something like that's holding them back, and they found their purpose, and they are living a life of joy and in their passion. And so if anybody is out there that is having a hard time with that, I would highly recommend checking out Klemmer Seminars and looking into maybe participating in at least the personal mastery to break out of something that might be holding you back, so you can find that passion, find that joy again, because it is very important. We need more joyful people on this planet, especially after everything we've gone through this last year. I think that has been a big awakening for a lot of people, especially with a lot of people I've talked to that have said that. So let's just talk, we're going to dig into my experience a little bit around what I went through for the weekend. Now, Krystal's got some fun glasses over here, so I'm going to call you out, put you on the spot with them.
Yeah.
So, do you want to grab them and kind of do one of your things that you do?
Stand up and get into it.
Yeah.
So a trademark of our company is sunglasses. I talked earlier about revelation, and we use sunglasses as a demonstration of that. So let's just say I was born wearing this beautiful, sexy, green pair of sunglasses. I was born with them. I've been wearing them my whole life long, 34 years. I don't even know they're there. They're as much a part of me as my arm. Yeah. I've always existed wearing these sunglasses. Now, if that were the case, and I was born with them, I've wearing them my whole life long, I shower in them, I golf in them, I come to the Birch Club.
Birch Road Cellar.
Yes, in them. They're everywhere. If that was true, and let's say that I was looking at the back of Deanna's materials here, what color would I say that those materials are?
Would that you would say, or I would say?
Yeah, I would say. What color is that?
Well, green.
Green. Yeah, I would say that is a beautiful green notebook. I have been looking everywhere for a green notebook. Where did you get that green notebook?
at the store.
Yeah. Do you think that's green?
No, it's white.
It's white. She would say it's white, and I would say it's green. And just because somebody else tells me that it's white, does it mean that I can see that notebook as white?
No.
No, I can't see it as white. Now, what if I come back to Deanna and I'm like, no. I'm talking about the green notebook you have right there in your hand. What color would you say it was?
It's white.
White! She insists that it's white. Does that mean that I can see it as white?
No.
Nope. Have you ever had people in your life insisting something and you just cannot see it? Cannot see it.
Yeah.
In fact, everybody in this whole building could be like, Krystal, it's white! Have you ever been in a situation where you've had ever been able to very clearly see what somebody else was doing and you're like, huh? So people can insist, people can be adamant, and then people will even tell you something like, well, if you just changed your attitude, Krystal, it'd be better. And I mean, I can change my attitude. I'm a positive person. I'm a joyful person. I'm excited. I can be excited. I can change my attitude. I can get excited about this. And I'm going to be so excited that it's going to be white and it's still green. Or you're not working hard enough, right? Have you ever gotten this one?
Oh, yeah.
You're just not, you got to pound the pavement harder. You're just
Yeah.
not working hard enough. And I mean, I'm a hard worker. I can get working hard.
Yeah.
I can get into it. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to see this as white. I'm going to promise it's going to be white. It's going to be white, and it's
Still green.
still green. So what would need to happen in order for me to see Deanna's notebook as white?
Change of mindset.
Got to change your mindset. And
Yeah.
that's what most people will say. Here's the part most people miss. I need to discover that there even is such a thing called sunglasses.
Yeah.
I've been wearing them my whole life long. I don't even know they exist. I got to discover that there is such a thing called sunglasses.
Yeah.
And once I do, I can go on a hunt and I can look for that mindset, discover, that's a beautiful white notebook you got going on there.
Why, thank you. I got it at Target.
I love Target.
I'm just kidding.
So now I can see white where I never could before. When I had these on, it was hopeless until I had the revelation. And after I discovered this set of sunglasses, how long did it take me to take them off?
It's a second.
A second. That's why we're saying you can have quantum leaps of change in a very short period of time when you have a revelation.
Yeah.
When you become aware of something you never were aware of before and you decide to pierce the veil, you can all of a sudden see solutions that you never saw before. So if you're somebody who wants something more, better, or different in your life, it's time to start having revelations about how you are seeing the world so that you can make a shift.
Oh my gosh, so incredibly powerful. And I think that even if you if you think you don't, we all wear versions of sunglasses.
Thousands. Each and every single one of
Yeah.
us have thousands of sets of sunglasses, effective and ineffective, that are affecting our results on the planet.
Absolutely. Some are, like you said, effective. And the ones that are ineffective, even if they aren't that bad, but to be steered in the direction to actually seeing that you have them is very powerful and can just totally shift your life in such a positive way. So we did a lot of exercises that weekend.
Yes.
It's very intense. I mean, good. Don't get me wrong. I use intense in a positive way. But it's a
Like
great,
a mental workout.
Yes,
Yeah.
very mental. But you get to connect with other people, and it's a safe space where everybody's sharing their truths and being vulnerable, being very vulnerable, which is a beautiful thing. And to be vulnerable in that space with other people that are doing the same work is just amazing.
Yeah.
And to be surrounded by that energy is just I can't even explain it to you. You have to experience it for yourself.
Yeah, we say experiential for a reason. Yeah, kind of like trying to describe chocolate to somebody who's never tasted chocolate.
Yeah, there was one exercise that really resonated with me, and I'm not going to give all the secrets away or anything because I don't even know if I could, because it was so intriguing and a little bit confusing, but it allowed me personally, someone that's over here, I don't do anything wrong, I know it all. No, I'm kidding, I don't. I don't. It was called the. I got those glasses.
That's your problem.
Yeah, my producer's behind the camera. He's like, "Oh yeah, Deanna, yeah, you got some sunglasses on." It was called the Red and Black game, and that is can you, just not giving anything away, but can you talk about the premise of that game, because it was so powerful?
Yeah, and I won't speak to it in terms of the game, because always going to allow people to have their own experiences. And what I will say is that during our training, in multiple different exercises, you're going to have an opportunity to see how you show up and how you view life and how you interact with other people. And when you can truly see yourself and reflect on how you are in a safe environment like that we set up in a context of safety, when you get to see yourself show up in that way, you get to experience prices you might be paying out in the real world and not have to pay the expensive price tag that life requires. You get to actually learn that in a seminar room. What you're going to get out of any of the exercises is going to be different for each and every single person that attends. And one of the big things that we find people tell us often is we do win-win training like you've never experienced before. And when you're truly open to living a life from a place of win-win, it is one of the most rewarding games you will ever play. And most people won't play win-win in their life.
No.
For a multitude of different reasons. Most people play not to lose. Most people play for low risk or minimal gain or whatever that is. And we do multiple exercises during the weekend that are all about win-win and shifting your mindset around win-win thinking so that you can experience more abundance in your life.
And I think that, so that win-win mindset, you know, we might think that we're going into something win-win, but we have those sunglasses on that we are probably a little bit more working from our ego.
Yeah. That
is not necessarily win-win. We're thinking like, oh yeah, I want to help someone. Even so, you could be a total philanthropist and giver, blah blah blah. But is it giving and receiving on both sides?
Totally.
Where you're not giving from a place that you're empty and you're you know, that, because that is not win-win. That's win-lose for you, and you're giving from a place that's empty that you need to be filled up too.
It cannot be a win-win unless you're winning.
Right.
And people miss that all the time. And in the definition, it cannot be a win-win unless you're winning.
So I walked away from that game, the Red and Black game. Like, I went and I wrote, so because we are video here, and those that are listening, we got 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 pages of notes afterwards. She sends everybody home with an assignment to write down our experience, and that was very, very, very powerful for me. I was like, holy crap. I went home and I was like, I kept writing, and I'm like, I couldn't stop. Yeah. And it allowed me to come to some realization, although I did not understand the rules of the game at the time. And I'm not giving those away, because you go through the course, you're going to want to not have any preconceived ideas. And it was like, that was an aha moment for me.
Yeah.
Aha moment for me, for real. Like, I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I got my shit together. I've gone through this. I'm a widow. I've overcome this. But then I was like, woo! It was like I got like slapped in the face in a good way. In a good way.
And you've overcome. I mean, the beautiful part about what we do, personal development, is it's a journey, not a destination.
Oh, God, yeah.
So we can get to this place where we really have created so much growth and so much change and overcome so much. And right about when you get to that place, that's when the humble stick comes and it goes, oh my gosh, I'm about to level up in my life. And leveling up means I've got a whole nother level of training to do.
Oh, God,
I get to start at a new belt level.
See, that like excites me, that idea.
Totally.
Of learning and like leveling up and just like more work to do on myself. I don't know, that just totally excites me. So can you tell them a little bit more about what you do personally, like, because you travel the world, right?
Yeah, on a normal year I do travel.
Well, let's pretend it's a normal year, because we're doing an in-person interview right now. So.
It's coming back, yes. So I do a little bit of everything. I feel really blessed to have my hands in a lot of different arenas within our company and outside of our company. So I facilitate. That's one of the major things that I do. I do personal mastery in a few of our upper division courses as well. I also get to run our marketing department, so I work on building classes. We do approximately 4 to 6 personal masteries a month, and we do them all over the country and Canada when we're back there. and we've done them all over the world. I also work within our in-house teams and manage that and tech and all that good stuff. And a new development I've gotten to do, this is, a few podcasts. I'm entering into the podcast world and I'm excited about it, yeah. So entering into that realm, as well as I've gotten to do some guest event speaking engagements. And I just finished my book and turned it back into the publisher yesterday. So I'm very excited to get to be a conduit of this bigger picture of transformation and serve more people. That's my goal, serve more people.
And people are looking for that right now.
Yeah.
People are definitely looking for that right now, and I think it's very important because what I'm doing, what you're doing, I'm not necessarily in personal development. I'm more in like telling the story of somebody who's doing what you do, or someone that in that type of in space, and it helps. It helps. So we're hopefully, if anybody that's out there that's watching, listening, if you resonate with this, please reach out. Krystal, can you drop all your links right now?
I would love to drop all of my links. So you can find us all over the place. We have live people that work in our office and would love to connect with you. So I have an 800 number, 800-577-5447. You can get somebody on the phone. If you communicate differently than that, you can... I actually have a text number, but I don't know it off the top of my head yet. You can email me, Krystal@Klemmer.com, Krystal@Klemmer.com. Go to Klemmer.com/PM. You can find out all about personal mastery. It actually has a money-back guarantee on the course. Check out that page. I would love to connect with you. If you can't tell, I'm a social person.
Yes.
I would love to connect with you on social media. Instagram @Krystal, KRYSTAL_Zellmer, ZELLMER. On Facebook, you can just find me, Krystal Zellmer. You'll find me there. @Klemmer Seminars on Instagram or on Facebook. Honestly, jump in, ask questions. We would love to get to know you better and see how we can serve you. If you are anybody who wants something more, better, and different in your life, I promise you there's another level of growth, and I would love to be a part of supporting you in achieving whatever that is for you.
I just got goosebumps. Oh my gosh. Before we wrap things up, Krystal, are there any last words or words of wisdom that you'd like to offer the audience?
Yes, words of wisdom that I would like to offer the audience. I think that you are on such a beautiful journey, and you follow Deanna, and I hope you've been inspired by her bravery and her courage to live in who she was meant to be. And if I could encourage you in any way, if you're inspired by who she is and what she does, you have that same opportunity inside of you. If you've got a purpose, if you've got a passion, if you've got a dream, you deserve to create that, whatever it is, and you're worthy and you're deserving and you're capable and you're talented enough to do it. So if nobody has told you they believe in you lately, I do. And you're just one quality decision away from the life you've always said you wanted.
That was beautiful. I'm like, God.
Good. It's good.
Okay, all good things. Yes, I'm like goosebumps all over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with that being said, you guys, this is your host, Deanna Kuempel with Label Free Podcast. To live your best life, you must live label free. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, and I'll be back soon with more dynamic guests.